All right, so it is episode 2 of the challenge. Can I make 5K in literally 30 days dropshipping? I'm not gonna lie, I have some pretty good results to show y'all. I'm genuinely surprised myself, right? I thought it would do good for maybe a couple of sales, but honestly, it's been going further than I thought. I'm actually excited to show you guys, what I've been up to. If I haven't seen last episode, basically what I did is I broke down the product research method that I used, how you guys can find products yourself. You feel me? Like what kind of products to look for. Literally all of that is in the last episode. So if you're completely like a complete beginner, I will start there and then you feel me come to this episode. But before we start, I just want to say, if you guys have any sort of questions, literally questions about your product, questions about drop shipping, literally anything, bro, just follow me and hit me up on Instagram. I'm gonna pop it up right here. I'm trying to like grow my page, so I really appreciate a follow if y'all do got any sort of questions. But aside from that, I'm gonna switch over to my computer and then show you guys what the metrics have been looking like over the past, couple of days or so. And yeah, we're gonna switch over. Okay, so before I show the actual numbers, what I want to say is I'll give you guys like the campaign structure that I use personally. What I used is I used a CBO campaign, and then I ran 3 ad sets in the CBO campaign, and then within the 3 ad sets, what I used was 3 to 4 ads within each ad set. Right, very simple. A CBO campaign, just throw everything in there. If it's a good ad, it'll get spent and it'll perform. A lot of people just try to overcomplicate it or whatever. It's really simple. You feel me? If your ad is good, it's gonna get spent. You're gonna make money. Simple as that. So with all that being said, I'm not gonna lie. I am genuinely surprised. That I was able to do this in this short amount of time. But what we did so far, we did 1.6K. 1.6. Oh, so we did 1.6K over the period of how many days is that? I think that's like 4 to 5 days, maybe 6. It was not a lot of time. Like we literally ran this product, got a couple sales day 1. After that, sales day 2. By day 2, the metrics were looking really good. I'm be honest. Like we had a ballpark, like it was over 1 ROAS, right? So it was just about profitable. And one day it actually went unprofitable, but I looked at the actual metrics, and the metrics were good. I was like, what the heck? Like these metrics are really good. So this is what I did, right? I doubled down on exactly what I was running. I doubled down on it. I doubled my budget, even though I was actually unprofitable. And bam, the first day I doubled my budget, I did like $500 to $600 in sale profitably. You feel me? So I was just like, oh my gosh, I think I found a winner. So ever since then, it's been scaling and pushing more ad spend and pushing more ad spend. And that ends us up here where we are now. So we have like 1.6K. I'm spending a lot on ads. I've only done 1 to 2 days with a lot of ad spend, and they've been pretty good. But obviously with like the Shopify payments, you feel me? You already know how they be. Shopify payments, they be tripping. So like I said, I'm waiting like 3 to 4 days to get my money from that. And then once I get that money, we're gonna up the budget even more. And hopefully, you feel me? Hopefully we can scale this very fast. One thing I do want to break down for you guys. So on all of my products, right? I don't care what I'm selling. On all of my products, I figure out some kind of way to sell a subscription, right? And the reason why I sell subscriptions on my products is because, in my opinion, that is hands down the easiest way to make money dropshipping. Like, I don't care if you're the best dropshipper in the world. If you have subscriptions, it's gonna be easy. You're gonna be making a lot of money, literally just doing nothing from your subscriptions because they're subscriptions. So this is my advice to you. If you're trying to get into dropshipping, you're trying to sell any kind of product, find a product that you can run subscriptions on and then run them. You feel me? Because when you get those subscriptions on your products, you're making that money from each sale every single month until they cancel. So it's like this 1,600 right here, this 1,600. Next month, the same time span, I'm gonna make that exact same 1,600, and then the month after that, I'm gonna make that same 1,600. Now, obviously, yes, people do cancel subscriptions. That's very real. But at the same time, it could go down. It could go down to 1,000 for all I care. I'm still making $1,000 without any ad spend. Completely just sitting where I am. So that's my advice to you guys. If you're trying to get into dropshipping, look at subscriptions so that the money that you do make is gonna be coming back to you every month. Just about. So yeah, that's the update for you guys. Nothing crazy. Obviously not like no crazy amount. We did 1.6K, and in my opinion, I'm impressed. I'm happy with what I'm working with so far. And obviously, like I was saying, this is just the beginning. It's only been like 4 days or so. So I do plan to scale the company, the product page, whatever you want to call it. I do plan to scale it up even more. So, this is really just the start. In this next episode, what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to increase my spend a whole lot more and then see what it's looking like, because I'm pushing a good amount of spend right now, and we've been able to be profitable for about maybe 2 to 3 days, but I want to see what we're looking like when we're spending lots and lots of money on ads, or whatever. So, like I said, very simple video for y'all today, just kind of breaking it down. If you guys did make it this far, I just want to say thank you again. I've been having a really weird average watch view, whatever you want to call it. It's been looking really low recently. So, if you guys did follow through, finish through, I really appreciate you guys. Like I said before, hit me on Instagram if I have any questions, and I appreciate you guys for coming this far. Peace.